Hi, everyone. Thanks for stopping by for part two. So this is just, I guess, a little rant. Previous part one showed what I was able to accomplish with just myself and about $40,000 a year in the Atlanta metropolitan area with a roommate paying me $400 a month. So if there are two of you, even a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a husband, a wife, a sister, a brother, a mother, a daughter, a father, a daughter, a father, a son, I accomplished this close to almost $1 million in assets and properties on a $40,000 a year salary by myself. And it's on investment properties, let alone a primary property. So if I was able to get HELOCs on my primary property and have a lower rate to pay down debt to get some more assets with a partner, I don't have a wife that's involved in this. I didn't have a girlfriend that was involved in this. I didn't have a brother, father coming out of public health housing. It was just me. So if you're sitting there and you have a spouse, or you have a girlfriend or boyfriend or uncle or aunt, or you're living in your mom's house or father's house or wherever, and you can't get multiple properties, then there's something wrong. I did it on $40,000 a year. Two people can do it $60,000 a year. Two people working at $30,000 a year, $25,000 a year at McDonald's, Burger King, security is about your mindset. Listen again. I did $40,000 a year in the Atlanta metropolitan area working for Fulton County government. I started my financial journey around 2003. That's when I started with the county and got the first home at 2005. Then I took on a roommate paying $400 a month between 2005 and I think 2011 or 12, we were together. $400 a month, including all utilities. So it makes no sense that two people are in a household and they can't become multimillionaires when I just simply did it off of a $400 additional salary with inflation eating that up. So by the time me and my roommate separated for me to get married, that $400 a month that was being paid, maybe that was only worth $200 a month. But that was $2,400 I was using to build my credit, improve my financial literacy. So please look at your situation. If there's two people in a household, even with children, you should be able to change your mindset and become multimillionaires by getting into real estate. This is not hard. And now that I understand velocity banking, man, my God, I would have did it much differently in general. So you can do this. You can do this, but you got to look at your budget. You got to put together some sort of budget so you know where the money's going. You got to look at your consumerism. Are you consuming more than you bringing in? Do you need certain things? This phone from Walmart, $100. Android. It's not a $600 phone. It's not an iPhone. It's not an Apple phone. It's an Android phone that I paid $100 for. This is an asset. This asset, if I rent it out, will bring me more money than a home. But I'm just happening to do that. And I turned that rental income. So when I got the property in 2005, my first property with a roommate, I immediately turned it into LLC. I immediately gave Caesar, Uncle Sam, whoever, the tax people, their taxes. And I began to understand writing it off. Now I understand how the wealthy get more wealthy. They buy assets. So in inflationary times, their assets go up, not necessarily their liabilities. So please, for the love of God, look at your household. If it's two of you, try your best. Again, I have no partner. I have no one else helping me with this. I pay my own bills. I built this off of a $400 roommate, not with a wife, not with a mother, not with a father. But if you're sitting here and you have a wife, you have a partner, you have your daughter, your child in the house, you can use velocity banking by knowing this even earlier than I did. And you have more resources. So there's no excuse except for your mindset. And out of maybe some challenges that you may have in your life that could be physical, mental. But if two people or more than three people are in the household and you're not a multimillionaire from real estate, there's definitely something wrong in the household. I didn't start off with a PhD. I was retained in the first grade. I was retained in the sixth grade. I was 20 when I got out of high school. It took me 6 years to get an undergraduate degree. I didn't know I was going to even be into college. Then it took 3 years, 2 to 3 years for a master's, and then about 3 to 4 years for a PhD. But I came out of public housing. I had to pull myself up by my bootstraps. So if there's two of y'all in the house and you can't become a multimillionaire off of real estate and using velocity banking, there is something wrong. There's something wrong with your mindset and your mass consumerism. I don't shop a lot, but when I do shop, I fundamentally may go to Goodwill or the Salvation Army. I was definitely a consumer in public housing. I didn't have a high level of financial literacy. But right now, two people in a household, even if y'all are making $25,000 a year, look at your consumerism, change your mindset, become more financially literate, and become multimillionaires in real estate. It's not hard, but you got to look at your consumerism. Okay, that's my rant. Have a great day. Sorry about that.